It's trending, it's turning, and it says that we are live on Facebook. Hi, Facebook. Hi, Instagram. Hi, YouTube, and all the other social media platforms. It is so good to be back live on Facebook. We are here, listen, guys, every Monday at 7 o'clock, and we are interviewing some of the most amazing women in health, wealth. Listen, we got it going on over here on the Let's Talk Her Wellness Show, because we believe that the right information change and save lives. And so that's what we do over here. We empower women to be their best selves, and we also like to showcase our clients to the world, to the world, to the world. I was sitting down and I was at all of social media posts and all the activities. I was just loving all of the different countries that tune into us and that loves our social media platform. They love our content. And I'm telling you, they show a lot of love over here on this Let's Talk Her Wellness. And we are so glad to be able to put out great content that people need. There's a lot of content that's being put out, but I like the fact that we are putting out really, really good content and people are really enjoying it. So like and share, don't be stingy. Like and share. We like it when you share the information over here, and you'll be seeing me looking at the different things, because I'm trying to see where everybody's coming in, and we like to take your comments. So if you have your comments, like and share them in the post so that we could ask Josalyn, So listen, Let's Talk Her Wellness. It's your girl, it's your wellness coach, Lynette Thomas. And I have a special guest with me tonight, Josalyn, all the way from HotWorx Fitness, which is going to be, Josalyn, when is your grand opening?
So our grand opening isn't until January, but our soft opening, where people come to get to check out the studio tour, find out more information. We call it the Sip and See event, that will be on October 20th and 21st of this month. So coming up in about 2 weeks. Exciting.
I'm excited. I am really, really excited about this. But before we get all up into this, we have got to, hey, invite your girlfriends, get your journal, get your pen, because we're going to be asking Josalyn some amazing questions. We can't wait to dig and dive into her story. And before we get into it, I always have my guests to come with their tea in their teacup. So Josalyn, what does your cup say? Mama needs
some coffee.
Mama needs coffee. I absolutely.
And it's funny because I got this mug from I led a group of soldiers when I was in the army, and they gave me this as like a going away when I was leaving the station. They gave me this, so it was very sweet. I love this mug.
That is so beautiful. Wow, you said the army. We're going to come back and we are going to talk about that. And so, what are you drinking in that cup? What's in that cup?
So it's wild berry tea with honey in it. Very delicious.
I love it. I love it. Wild berry tea. Is that one of your favorites?
It is.
Wild berry tea. I'm going to remember that. There you have it, folks. She loves wild berry tea. And so what's in my cup tonight is what I was sipping last day. And I am sipping on an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And so I am drinking.
So funny you said that. So funny you said that, because I had a friend by and he brought apples, and he said, and Mia actually said that, and I started laughing.
So see, we are on the same page.
Yes.
and we are connected. And my cup says, which is one of my favorite cups, and I have two of these cups, and this cup says, "Be present and not perfect." I like that.
Love
I
that.
love that because we as women, we don't have to be perfect,
No.
because that's what we're sometimes always doing. We like to perfect things. We like to be perfect. Sometimes it don't take all that.
Mm.
But you know what? We're still hard-headed anyway, because we always
Yes, we
trying to be
are.
perfect. Right? And so then I have another cup over here that I am sipping, and this is boosting your immune system, because I am a juicer. And so I do believe in juicing. And this is the time now, Mia, that the weather has changed. And I don't know about all of my sinus folks, but this is the time where we're warm, we're cold, we're warm, we're cold. And sometimes that could bring on a cold. And so because our bodies is trying to connect. And so I have this immune booster. They call it the antibiotic. And in this drink is fresh squeezed oranges, pineapple, onions, garlic, honey, and cayenne pepper.
Mm.
And honey, let me tell you something. A shot of this a day will keep the doctors away.
Yeah.
And it builds up the system. So that is what I'm liking about my drink. And so now, guys, I hope everybody is out there, and I hope you are drinking from out of your cups and you're sipping your tea, because we're going to ask Josalyn some questions. So, Josalyn, again, Josalyn is from HotWorx, and she is a fitness coach and owner. And she's doing her grand opening. And I've just been having fun just watching. There is nothing like building from the ground up. And so you are actually having an opportunity to watch your business be built from the ground up. So you get a chance to be in all of the decorating and all of that. Because guess what? When it's all said and done, you're just going to have the opportunity then now to see your clients and to see all the fruits of your labor come to light and come to pass. This is going to be a beautiful thing. So, Josalyn, tell us about who are you? Who is Josalyn?
That's such a loaded question. Where should I start?
We got our cup and we are listening, girl. We are listening. Tell us. I want to know.
Who is Jocelyn? I
Yeah.
It's funny because people say I am like I'm young, right? I'm only 32 years old. But people say they feel like I feel like I've lived like 10 lives already because I just
Uh,
always have a lot of a series of events that make me who I am. um,
all right. All right.
but so I was born and raised in Philadelphia, actually.
Awesome.
So I am a Philly girl, born and raised.
Philly in the house. Philly in the house. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
I actually just recently moved down to Doylestown, because I love the neighborhood, and obviously
Mm-hmm.
that is where I'm opening up the HotWorx. So HotWorx
Yes.
town.
Yes.
And yeah, so I, love it here. Been here a couple weeks now, and I'm just loving the new neighborhood and getting to know the people around me. And, that way I can tell everyone about HotWorx and,
Awesome.
the,
Now you're into, because definitely, we're into with me being a wellness coach and everything. One of the most important things is, you know, um, plugging into you and really just doing that self-care. We talk about on Let's Talk Our Wellness a lot. We talk a lot about self-care. And so, self-care is also a part of coming into the fitness center, but you don't just have a fitness center.
No.
There are special, in that fitness center. So that's what I really, really like about, the work that you and your partner Mia is doing. You're changing, let's say, one of our missions is changing the face of wellness, and we are changing how, number one, people look at wellness, on the fitness aspect, on the spiritual aspect, on the, the different aspects.
So,
And
mhm.
so we don't want, when you think of fitness, people are like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym, it's just another, how do you guys, what's the difference with HotWorx? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the difference, what makes us different from other fitness studios is the benefits of the infrared, right? So you're working out in an infrared sauna. The
Uh,
rays from
uh,
the infrared heaters is where the benefits come in at. Um,
mhm.
they come with, it helps with your mental toughness. Let me get the list actually. So just first of all, muscle recovery, right? So
Yes.
the stress reduction helps with that. It does help with weight loss. Cellulite reduction definitely helps with that. It increases calorie burn. So essentially, a 15-minute workout in one of these saunas is equivalent to an hour run, right?
Wow.
And people who don't have time to put in an hour every day at the gym, okay, you don't have to put in an hour now. You only have to put in 15 minutes, a 15-minute session at HotWorx, and that's all you need. So just being able
I
to get those benefits of the infrared um, energy, as well as still burning calories and losing weight at the same time. You're not going to get that anywhere else.
so let me back this up to be clear, because Patrice Rush says sauna. So you're saying that when we go into HotWorx, right? So
Hmm.
you're saying that as you're working out, because again, we said that it's not a normal fitness center. Like, you're going to go in, you're going to get on the bikes, you're going to get on the treadmill. So you're actually going to be coming in, working out in a sauna.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's the sauna
So it's
where
a big sauna. It's not like what people think. It's not a little tiny sauna where you're claustrophobic, and it has the little corner with the stones and the heat smoke coming out.
not
It's not
that,
like,
not that.
no, it
Okay.
is a big sauna actually that fits 2 to 3 people. You can either do the session by yourself or with 2 others. Um, and you're working out in the sauna. In the sauna will be a TV in each sauna.
Awesome.
And then you're going to be virtually instructed. So the instructors will be on the TV actually. So you will
I
be
love,
by yourself. So, private, because a lot of, let's be real, a lot of women, don't feel comfortable working out at a regular gym because you're in a big open room. Everyone's watching you. There's a ton of people around. So this gives you that ability to work out on your own or with 2 other people if you feel comfortable to do so, and still be able to work out, get those benefits of the infrared.
I love that. So now let me ask you, so will there be ones that, so each one of them, is there like each one, or it's just a big open space?
No,
It's a,
so like for instance, in my studio, there will be 9 saunas in total. Two
Mhm.
will have bikes in them, so it depends what class you choose as well. 2 will have bikes on them, 2 will have rows in them, and then the rest will pretty much be open for the other classes, such as bar. So we also offer a variety of classes to choose from. So there's 10 different classes you can choose from. You can do as many classes as you want in a day. Um,
ooh, this is gonna be fun.
yes, and it's all included in the membership. We also have a shower there, if you need to get in and out and get to work. So we really try to make it so that there's no excuse why you can't take 30 minutes out of your
Yes,
day, right? Because it's
yes.
important not only for your physical health, but your mental health as well. Because I know
Oh,
I start working out, I am a hot mess mentally, right? So it's so important that we
yes,
squeeze it in.
yes, yes. And what I love about this too, so I'm walking into the fitness center
Mhm.
and I am going to go into, let's just say I'm by myself because I want to walk through it with me by myself and then I want to walk through it with if someone's in there that I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm walking here. So is there like a timer or anything where I can say, okay, I want to be in here for 15 minutes? So I can say 15 minutes or I can say 30 minutes or whatever the case may be. How does that work if I'm by myself? And then how does it work if I'm in there with somebody else that may, do we agree together to say, hey, we want to be in here 30 minutes and, or you just get it, go in and if it goes off, and how does that work?
Okay, so everything is through the app. Actually, we have a HotWorks app that you would download, and you'll get your own like membership ID. And in that app is where you can book that session. So the sessions are every 45 minutes. So whether and it depends on the class too. So only three. So our hot cycle, hot blast, which is on the bikes and the rowers. Um, and the are only 15 minutes long. So you can't choose if you want to do 15 minutes or 30 minutes. So it depends on what class you choose. So like the
Okay.
hot ones, hot yoga, hot Pilates, they're all 30-minute long. They're all 30 minutes long. Uh,
Oh,
so at that time that you booked on the app is what time that session is going to start. So you are to be in the sauna at that time.
aha.
And start and end, so on the app.
And
And then on the app, you'll be able to see if someone is booked for that room. And if
okay.
you then at that point you can decide, do I want to work out with this person or do I want to book for the next in the next half an hour and do it by myself? Or there might be another sauna that's open that no one else is booked in that you can just book and do it by yourself.
So what is the capacity that how many people can be in that studio at the same time working out?
So that's what makes HotWorks so special because not only are we 24 hours, right? So
I love it.
so
No
we're
excuse.
24/7. No
No
excuse.
excuse. No excuse.
24/7. Nine saunas, right? So if there's nine saunas and three people can be in it in each sauna, that's 27 people that can fit in this studio every 30 minutes. So do the math. That's a lot of people who can get in and out of there in a day.
Oh, I love that. And that's not even talking about the power, guys. Did y'all hear me? Talking about the power of the infrared light.
So
So
beneficial.
all of my people as a orthopedic therapist, infrared light is, you get a chance to work out, and not only that, you get a chance to have the power of that infrared light. And with that infrared light, especially for my people that have fibromyalgia, you
Yes.
have chronic pain
High
and
blood pressure.
high blood pressure, if you have arthritis and things like this is powerful. And this is such a game changer for you. It boosts the immune system. I mean, honestly, this is like really, where can you go? And this was just like amazing to think of working out like this. Not only do you get to burn calories, burn fat, tremendous fat, if you're consistent with it, but just the healing power of it as well is it's just a game changer. It's a game changer.
Yes, and that's why when I came across HotWorks, trying one out, the one out in Philadelphia, and I fell in love with the concept immediately. I'm like, who can say no to wanting to be a part of this. You're just really helping yourself, honestly.
So how did you even tell us your story, Jocelyn, of how you even came across, like, were you seriously into fitness and just amazing, first of all, just military, how about that? So tell us that story, how you came across, HotWorx.
So for a long time, even being in the military, right, it's hard to stay consistent, right, with a workout routine, especially being again, going to a regular gym, can be very intimidating and uncomfortable sometimes for us. And so I would be very consistent, but then, after a few months, I would fall off for a couple months, and then
Yeah.
that doesn't help with, obviously your mental stability, right? I always see a change when I stop to work out, mentally, so
Right.
just have to drag myself back into it, back into it. And then when I, became so busy, right, with life, right, because we all, get busy with life, we forget
Yes.
that working out needs to be a part of that. If not, it can really,
Right.
it does us good. So I was searching around for a gym that could, help me stay on track. That was always my
Right.
issue. I loved working out, but just staying on track, like finding a place where I was comfortable and wanted to go to every day. And A girlfriend of mine had was already signed up with HotWorks in the Philadelphia location and invited me to come check it out.
Yeah.
And I went and checked it out. And again, I did a 15-minute class on the cycling, hot cycle class, and I was like, "Woo, 15 minutes."
It's awesome. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is amazing. So good, right?
Yes, it was amazing, and it was crazy because as I was walking out, they had the poster that said franchisees, like looking for franchisees, whatever. And I definitely thought that was a sign from God. I don't know why it was.
It
I
spoke to you.
It
It
did.
spoke to you. That was just your passion, because we always talk about that. We talk about, you know, what is your passion? Some people know it and some people are still trying to find it. And I always say to them, because I always get this question asked to me, how do I know what my passion is? Well, anything that you can talk about all day and all night and you light up and you spark up and you just drawn to it, then you have to explore that, because there's something inside of you that is drawn to that. You're attracted to it, for a reason. And when you give yourself the opportunity to explore, what that is, you'll be surprised at, the more and more you're going to find yourself deep into it. You're going to
Mm,
start exploring all the opportunities, that you can find to get into whatever this situation is, And so for me, it has always been, the wellness industry, because it's my passion to see people well,
right.
since a little girl, just watching my grandmother. She had the most amazing healing hands, and she was wise beyond her years. So I was always attracted to education. I was always attracted to wisdom. I was always attracted, to the health industry. And then, I just, all up and through high school, I just threw myself, in the health world. And so 25 years now, and have taken many classes as, a therapist, just now completed a class and will be graduating 6 o'clock Thursday, nutrition. So
Congratulations.
I am amazed. That's a look, that's another win. So now I'm just like, okay, what are you going to go be now? So I
You
tell
sound just
anybody,
like
you can be. You could be anything. You could be anything. And listen, I'm not one to be all over the place, but what I like to do is I like to get things under my belt in my industry. So I'm always adding to my resume, because the more I know and how I can help individuals is amazing. It just was a no-brainer to me that food medicine. And so, you know, like fitness and food go together, because just as sure as I come to the gym and just as sure as I leave the gym, I'm going to eat.
Yep.
And so I need to know, what am I putting in my mouth? Because now if I'm going to, burn fat, and if I'm going to be doing fitness, I need to know, what is it that you are eating? Because sometimes we can get the fitness right and the food wrong. Or
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we can get the food wrong, food right, and the fitness wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, linking up with coaches that can help you, navigate, because sometimes we think we got it. And sometimes even the best, even myself, need help.
Mm-hmm.
I need help in that fitness area. I need help in that food area. I need to know how to pair my food, because it wasn't like I was a big eater, but I was just not pairing it right.
Right.
So I wasn't really seeing that fitness. I wasn't really seeing that weight coming off.
Right.
So people can get discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs tweaking, and you need a coach. And
Okay.
so I am loving that infrared light. I'm just loving that, because there's so many benefits, with that. And so you guys get to, bring in and partner with professionals that can really talk about the importance of that infrared light.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah.
And so tell us about, your grand opening. Well, let's move back, the Sip and See. Tell us about that Sip and See event.
Yeah. So we're finally coming to end of construction, which is so exciting. Like you said, watching it from start to finish is so exciting, yet so stressful,
Yeah.
especially because the pre-sale, just getting people involved and signed up prior to opening so that we're able to open, right? Because we are a franchise, so we have to follow the franchise rules, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so just, but being able to finish construction and open up, we are having a sip and see. So you actually get to sip, tea, try any drinks that we're offering, like tea, energy drinks, and see the studio, right? See the saunas, see how it works,
On a
find
good
out more
run.
information, the great benefits that you can get from coming here, and just really getting to know people and see where their areas of weakness are and how we can help them. We'll also have, vendors in other sectors, like, like what you do, right? You want to get the word out. Anything health and wellness, we want to help others
Yes.
get there
Yeah.
as well. So just really having a space where people can come and learn more about, their bodies, the benefits of, coming to HotWorks, and other health benefits.
Mhm.
We're really excited for that. So it will be on the October 20th and 21st all day. Actually, I'm from 12 to 7. So anytime that um, anyone can come, they're welcome to come by those days.
Now, and that'll be for 2 days, right?
Yes,
That'll be,
20th
yeah.
and 21st.
Yes, that'll be for 2 days, and that is in Doylestown. And give them the, if you can't even put it in the chat, the information, the website on how they can reach out to you guys, how they can find you. You're on Instagram. You guys are also on Facebook, I believe.
Yep.
And this is going to be an amazing event. And guys, you want to, if you are in the Doylestown area, you know, ride out, and because I can't wait to experience, working out in under the infrared. I'm telling you, I'm just listen. You might say, naked, I have my blanket in there, falling asleep because it's warm. I love warm, and I just love that. But I do. It's just, how were you guys? Because I seen on, I think you guys were somewhere, and if I'm not mistaken, do you do things for the veterans?
Yes. So we were a sponsor for the Travis Manion Foundation. And they just did their huge yearly event, the 5K run. Um, I got
Uh,
I got I got to sponsor it. I left Mia at the tent running that, and then the whole run in the race with others. So it was a very great experience. It was very exciting. Got to meet a lot of veterans and supporters, which was amazing.
Now, I'm going to tell you something else that I really like as well. I like the fact that you guys, number one, is woman owned. And I love supporting women in business. I think that that is amazing. And especially right now, I think that, as a coach, as an orthopedic coach, oncology, all that good stuff, it's been 25 years. So I'm a lot of things. And so, what I like is, first of all, a lot of what I'm seeing, I've always wanted to see it years ago. All of these things that we're doing now, I've talked about it. I've talked about it. I've talked about it. And it was never really, really taken seriously. And all of a sudden, I think the year of 2023, I want to say,
Post COVID, people
right
want
on the verge of COVID, yes,
to.
I think the wellness industry just exploded. It really just exploded. And I'm excited about it. But at the same time, too, my whole thing is, I just want people to do things for the right reason. You know, it's a difference between, because everybody see dollar signs. They see dollar signs. They see dollar signs. And there's many people that are really doing it because they have a passion for wellness,
Exactly.
and I just really like to connect with people that, and you will know it, they have a passion for it. It's just, they love wellness. They want to see people win. They want to see people healthy, and they just go the extra mile. And then there's the difference between people that they just in it because the money's great, oh my goodness, but tell me something about wellness. Tell me about wellness. And it's not really a great conversation that they can really have,
Right.
and so I just like the fact that you guys automatically, because you guys found me on Instagram, and I was just, and because I post so much on Instagram, and so many people reach out to me on Facebook, whether it be on Instagram or LinkedIn, and I get so many people that want to interview, they want to do, partnerships and things of that nature. And I'm very selective. And of course, I can't reach out to everybody, but I'm very selective in who I work with and who I do business with, because I need to know that it's a passion for you,
Right.
because it's a passion for me. And I just believe that when it's a passion, you work in sync. Things just sync. You never have to force anything. And when you have a platform and people respect you for your work, it's just a whole different, vibe. It's a whole different feel, because they really look up to you, and not for just one thing. My clients come to me for therapy. And then, they often say, not only do I get therapy, but I get therapy too. So where can you go and get therapy mentally, and therapy physically and spiritually?
Love it.
You
Yes,
get
love
that.
it.
You get all of that. And then, you want to be able to refer them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, I think that this infrared, listen, you have chronic back pain or you have chronic arthritis. I think that stretching and working out, because I'm very good on movement, because we have to move our body. And
Yes.
so, listen, I think that this right here would be a great fit for you. And I love that whole infrared piece, because I can't say it enough. I gotta lay on that horn, because I always like to pick out what's different. They just opened up another gym right across from me. So all together, there's probably about 7 gyms, and all of them just opened. So there's a whole lot of competition. But when you go, and you're in like a small area and there's like 8 or 9 gyms around you, you always think, what's the difference?
Right.
What's the difference between this one, this one, this one? What are they offering? Some have to bring their prices down $10. Some you got to bring your prices up and down because you're competing in pricing now.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like this one big boxing match. And I think that in the years to come, I think that I can say this as a therapist, that you don't want to give people too much, because then they get bored.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's hard to not take, it's already enough for them to invest in themselves health wise, because people will go and buy the Louis Vuittons, they'll go and buy the car, they'll go and do this, they'll go and do that, they'll go do this. And the last thing is their health.
Uh-huh.
The last thing is their health. And then if they do invest in their health, it's the first thing that goes. When they're moving around in the finances, they'll get rid of the health stuff.
Exactly. Isn't that crazy?
And so my whole thing here is, we want to be able to have different services that you can't go nowhere else. You can put 20 fitness centers around me, but you're not going to find this right here nowhere else. And that's where, I think the health industry is that's where we got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to stand out in such a field of possibilities. And so HotWorx, that really caught my eye. And just the whole, just all of the things that you guys offer. So you said that it will, and it's all online. So, that's different too. Being
Yeah.
able to offer your services, they can book it
Mm-hmm.
online.
Yes. Don't need anything. Fun fact, HotWorx was started 6 years ago. During COVID, when all the gyms were shut down, HotWorx was the only gym still able to open. It was 24 hours. You can go with no contact. You would be in the sauna by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you wasn't in anyone's, in
That's because,
own mat. So
now, do you think that was a large reason because the infrared light kills germs?
that, yes, it kills germs. Yeah. And plus you didn't have to, you were working out by yourself. So you didn't have to be, you were already 6 feet. You were way more than 6 feet because you were by yourself in a sauna. So that, and yes, because of the infrared.
Because of the infrared. Now, is this something that you guys control, or is it something that the clients can control? Now, is it something that you could turn it on or you can turn it off?
So the sauna, yes. So when you go in, you will turn the sauna on. It goes as low as 65. So we always tell our clients you want to work your way up, especially if you're not used to working out in a sauna. You can start very low at 65 and work your way up. Goes as high as 160, 180, but the recommended temperature is 120. So you don't really need to go above that 120 unless you really feeling like you want
Wow.
that extra heat, but not necessary. So
Wow.
yes, you can always turn it down, turn it up, or turn it off completely.
And that is just amazing. So now do you have is there a spin class there?
Yes.
Okay. You can, so that's right, because you said it's an app
Yep.
and you get to choose, what it is you want to do. And so when you go in there, it's what, like a big screen that you're watching.
That you're
And
following.
that's your teacher.
Mhm.
I
And on each screen there is actually three people. So there's three people. The middle one is obviously the instructor, but on your left would be someone who is doing for beginners, the easiest way you can do it. Or if you're injured or whatever the case may be, there will be someone on the left who's doing it the easier version, and there's someone on the right who will be doing it the more advanced version for those who are, at higher fitness levels. So great for all ages and fitness levels, honestly.
That is so beautiful. I'm gonna tell you something. I haven't been there yet, but I can see, and tell me if I'm wrong, because you guys been doing a lot of signing up people and all that good stuff. And so have you seen any of your seniors?
We have I think our oldest client, I believe, I think it was 76 or might have been 86. I have to double check, but
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. I love them, 76 and 86. So the so
Yes.
maybe, hey, suggestion, you have a seniors day, because I can tell you that those seniors are gonna love that heat.
Yes, it's surprising how much I'm finding that the older people are the ones who already who have heard of the infrared, about the infrared, but a lot of younger people, I asked them, like, have you heard of infrared energy? And no, a lot of people do not even have a clue what it
No, no. So that's why you guys have to get ready, because once people start to get in there and they start to get turned on by this, the word of mouth piece is going to be epic. And I like how you guys are partnering with other, let's say, holistic, you know, um,
Yeah.
entrepreneurs that can, let's add more value to what it is that you're already doing,
Yes.
because it shows that you care about their the whole part of them, so they're not just my fitness, but they also, care about, the whole us. And so that sets you also aside, from other gyms where you just going in and you're just coming out. You're just going in and you're just coming out. And then, hey, I don't knock, adding things, into your practice. But, sometimes I go in, and some of them have even started offering the massage chair. And I'm just like, hey, get a real person here, and because this is a seat, this is a chair. What happens if it malfunctions? What happens if, somebody sits in here and they're getting too much pressure? What happens if somebody's sitting in here that, have blood clots, they don't know it? Or what happens to all of that? So I just look at all of these things, and it's that education piece. I am really big on that education piece. Our clients can come in and they can work out and they can do, but some of them just do it because it feels good, but they don't really know the real education,
Right.
behind, like, what is infrared? Why is this here? Why is it so important? You know, let's say in here for me to do a workout, what sets this aside? So I think that whole education piece on that is going to be amazing, you know, just inviting them in and just to talk about the infrared, period. We're not going to talk about the fitness because you understand that part, but
Right.
let you about this infrared.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what, I really I like about this whole piece here. And so I know you guys are excited because I've seen, the all of the leading up, and I love the red box with you and Mia jumping out. I just love that. And I love the fact too, more than anything, and I think it will be a big draw too, is that I see Mia's daughter there.
Yes.
And so it's just soft to people and let them know that we're family oriented as well, and so that really makes it great too, when you get to meet so many different people that's going to know you by your first name. They're going to look forward. You're going to see them every Tuesday at 5 o'clock.
Yep.
That's
That's the most exciting for me, honestly. Like just
yeah,
getting to know people on a more personal level. Like, oh, hi, hi, Lynette. So good to see you. Like, doing your cycle class today. Like, just
yeah,
being
yeah.
able to. I've always said that when I decided to open this, I said I'm not going to be an absent owner. I'm going to be there. I
Yes.
want to be
Yes.
involved as much as I can.
Now, how often, Jocelyn, do you work out, a week?
So I actually work out at least 4 times a week.
Wow.
Sometimes, yeah, at least 4 times a week. And sometimes sometimes 5 times a week.
Wow. And that's because you have made it, it's a lifestyle for you.
It is. And it took me, I'd be lying if it was, this was me forever. No, it took me a long time to really fall in love. At first, right, you're forcing yourself to do it because you need to, to help you mentally and physically. But then you start to fall in love with it. You're like, I'm ready to do my workout today, and you get up and you're excited to do your workout. That's at the point where I'm at, and that's where I want other people to be at. To feel comfortable and like, oh, I'm excited to work out. Even if it's only for 15 minutes.
Right. And I like the fact that it's 24 hours. I like the fact that it's 24 hours because, you know, you when you are holding yourself accountable, I know that when I, really start working out in the gym, I went around to a couple gyms, and I was interested in that gym that was 24 hours because I said to myself that, you're going to work out starting at least 2 or 3 days a week. And it doesn't matter whether it's in the morning or
Nope.
it's at night.
Hmm.
So, because I'll be the one, I'll talk myself out of it. Oh, it's too late. Oh, it's whatever. And I said, I've made a vow to myself. Now, go in the morning. You can do, you can do that. Let's say you can do that 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever. But I'm like, I am not a 5 o'clock in the morning person. And so I was just like, I can't do this. And so, I said to myself, I said, well, you're either going to do 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever time it is at night, you're going to hold to your word and you're going to do this workout. And so that's why it was important for me to, join a gym, that was 24 hours, you know, because I was holding myself accountable to my word and what I said I was going to do. And so that's what I like about you guys. It's 24 hours. Now, you, of course, won't be there
No.
24 hours.
No.
So, so, I guess you'll hire. What would that whole hiring process look like?
So essentially it won't, so it won't be staffed 24/7. There are regular staffed hours, which is typically like 11 to 8 p.m. During the day. Those off hours that are not staffed, there's plenty of security. There's cameras. There's the only way you can get in is through your app, with your specific member ID, and there's um, uh, a machine on the door where you tap, and then you'll be able to get in and out. So it's not like anyone could just walk in. Um, we get notified when someone does enter and leave. There are
Oh,
cameras. So there's never any discrepancy. But yeah, we will not be staffed 24/7.
oh, that is different. That is so different. So it's just like at the bank, when you got it, when you're going late at night,
Oh yeah, you got to
and
slide your card.
you got to slide your card. And so you are in there. So now let me ask. So it'll be more than one person can enter at a time, or just one person, or how does that go?
No, so yeah, only one person. So one person will go in. If there's somebody else, and they will obviously have to scan their app to get in after them. So yes,
Okay. Wow. So that so they can always, that person who's working out can always feel safe.
absolutely.
Oh, that is a game changer. Whoever thought about this, really thought about, all of the, I would say, the aspects of this. And like you said, HotWorx is 6 years old.
Yes,
So that is
it's
awesome
actually the
and growing.
fastest growing gym there is. Actually, we surpassed Orange Theory already. Um,
Wow. And I'm telling you, it's so funny because I would happen to be looking at a reality show. Or no, not a reality show. One of my friends that live in Atlanta, we were going back and forth and we were talking, and it didn't dawn on me. I said, wait a minute, you're at a HotWorx. And so she goes to, in Atlanta, she goes to a HotWorx gym. And I have been looking at this for the longest time, but it didn't dawn on me until I start talking to you guys, and just and then just recognizing that logo.
mhm.
And so I said, oh my goodness, you're working out at HotWorx. And
No.
so I said, it's so funny because I'm talking to two young ladies up here that are about to open up their HotWorx. So
Love it.
I thought that was so interesting. I thought that was so funny. So actually, Patrice is asking HotWorx. So it is actually spelled, there you go, HOTWORX. And their logo really stands out, and it's really, really beautiful, and it's really different. And I can't wait to get in there and have this experience with me, and show all of you guys. I'm going to show all of you guys HotWorx, because that I am the Instagram, Facebook, uh, uh, let's say, content creator. And so actually, it's so funny because Facebook and Instagram gave me a badge of one of the top content creators. And I'm just like, is that what I am? Oh, I didn't realize that that's what I was. But they gave me that badge as one of the top, and it's on my page. It says, hey, we're going to let you have this. It's going to be on your page now. That's what you are. And so I don't care about the accolades. All I care about is sharing health and wellness. That's what I do. That's my passion. That's what I love, because I want people to know that there are options. And especially women, I want women to bank on themselves. I want them to take their health and wellness seriously, because we don't have to die prematurely. We don't have to. Again, the right information can change and save your life, even if you don't feel like you need the information, because we all need it in different areas of our lives. Share it with somebody, because you never know who you're connected to that may be silently struggling in an area. They just haven't told anybody, you know, and we can struggle in fitness. So I love your partner. Not all people, Josalyn, are able to find a partner that you can work with like you and Mia have. Tell me, how did you guys meet? What is you guys' story?
It's actually pretty funny. So
Mhm.
I signed up on Indeed, and I put the description out there, and she did apply, and I had a ton of applicants. I did quite a few interviews. At this point, I'm discouraged because I know what I'm looking for, and I was waiting for that connection. Um, and I was just gonna offer the job to someone else, and I was like, you know what? Let me do this last interview, which was Mia.
Um,
Let me schedule her and see how it goes. And it's funny because so I was booking the interviews on Indeed itself, the website.
mm,
And so I booked her, and we had a scheduled time. So I'm on there waiting for her. And I'm
mhm.
waiting like 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, well, she didn't show up. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, I guess I'm going with the guy. Um, and, and then I get an email, and she's like, I've been on for 20 minutes. And I'm like, what? I've been on for 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
So I guess there was a discrepancy with LinkedIn, I mean, Indeed. And
Okay.
um yeah, so I was like, all right. I was like, well, you can hop, well, let's try this again. I sent her a link, and then we both ended up getting on and ended up working out. And so we had our first interview. I really loved her energy, what she brought to the table. I felt like we connected. And she reminds me of the younger me. Honestly, she is a lot younger than me. I immediately asked her for a second interview to meet in person and do the second interview in person. And we did that actually the next day, I think it was. Yes. Because I didn't even want to wait. Because I'm like, it's either give you a shot or hire the other person.
Oh
Uh,
my God.
and it just worked out. And I was just like, this is crazy. But it was meant to be. And yeah, we've been great ever since. It's just
Oh,
when you
that
know,
is
you know.
when you know, you know. And I absolutely love, love, love her energy. And let me tell you, the right hand person that's going to be working by your side, that matters.
It does.
That matters, because when you are dealing again with people health, it matters who is connected to you, because when you're not there, that frontline person, people need to feel that energy, because a lot of times, people sign up to our memberships, they'll tell you, I signed up because of you. I signed up because of just how you made me feel,
Mhm.
and so, because a lot of times they're apprehensive, they don't know what to expect. And so once they meet you, bam, that's it. They're like, everything went away. All my nervousness, all my everything. is just gone. And so when the both of you have that infectious, vibe, that energy is just amazing. And that's what you need to get that business off the ground and get that business running.
I
You know?
agree. There's no way I could have done it without Mia. There's no way. There's no way because
Oh
we
my
balance each
gosh.
other out very well. Whatever is my weakness
Yes.
is her strength, and whatever is my strength is her weakness. So we just have that good balance.
So shucks, not only did you find an assistant, you found a sister.
I did. I did. Amen to that. I did.
Yes, you did. Well, I tell you what, it was amazing talking to you. It's always amazing to talk to, women in business. That's what we do. We support one another. And, that's what we're here for. And we are excited, excited, excited. We're going to keep on posting your information. We're going to keep on posting you guys, let's say your grand opening and all of the fun stuff, so that our viewers can see, they could get to it, because they're always asking me, where is this place? Where is this at? Because they want to get connected. And so that's what we're here for, to share our platform, to uplift and inspire other women in business. And so it was amazing. We thank you for this interview. Thank you for talking to you. And guys, this is Women Behind Her Brand, because people see us, they experience our services and products, but who are they? How did you get started? And, I love, love, love listening to women's stories and how they got started, because there are so many women out here that are stuck. They had a dream, they have a dream, but they're stuck. We just had an opportunity when we were in Fox Chase Hospital in Philadelphia, and there was a young lady there, and she was a social worker. And, she was just, for some reason, I don't know how our paths had crossed that day, but our paths had crossed that day, and we started to talk. And one thing led to another. And she told me that day, she said, it was just God that I met you. She said, because I was really down, I was really confused. She's a social worker, and she started her own business. And she had a daughter. Her daughter had special needs, and she wanted to spend more time with her daughter. Because I asked her, I said, what is it that you want? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you should be doing that you're not doing? And she just stood there, and she says, oh my God. She says, I want to spend more time with my daughter, but I'm a single mom. I started my own business. I have 6 clients already. And she says, my cup is full, and I want to bring on more clients, but I can't, because I'm working this 9-to-5 job. And I said, what's stopping you from leaving this job? And she says, benefits. I says, how's the business doing? She says, I'm doing great right now. I just don't have enough time. And I said to her, I said, well, maybe it's time for you to take a chance on you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Go all in. Go all in. If you have to have this job to be part-time, don't let it go, but make it part-time so that you can focus on your business. And I went in the next week, and I needed to talk to her. And the social worker said to me, she says, Miss Thomas, she says, I'm sorry, but she is no longer with us. She found a better position. And I said,
Yes.
she
God,
took a chance on her.
love
She
that.
didn't go part-time. She learned completely. So,
Love that.
yes, and she said to me, when I saw her that day, she said, when I came in here, she said, I was telling this to the other social worker. And she was telling me, girl, don't leave your job. You know, you got to have your benefits. You got to this and she got to that. She said, by the time I got finished talking to that woman, she said, I was so down. She said, I was so discouraged. She says, it even had me questioning, why did I go into this in the first place? And she says, and now I don't know. She said, I had to come in here. She says, God sent me in here I came in here for one thing. She says, but God knew that I needed to see you and I needed to talk to you. She says, because when I left out, she says, I feel so good. She said, I feel so at peace. She says, oh my God. She says, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And just not even knowing that that would be the last time I see her.
Oh, that is crazy. God.
we inspire each other, you know, and we push each other. And that's why community is so important. It's so important to connect to the right women because we don't know how we inspire each other, but we do. And so that was quiet. You know, she didn't share, but I guess I shared with her what she needed to hear. And she took that and she lit that match. And there you go. So that's what Let's Talk Her Wellness is all about.
Yes, and that's why it's so important to like you said, make sure you have the right people in your life because that can make or break you, you know.
Yep.
And that's why I appreciate, people and women like you, right, who have a platform and use it for good of
That's
other
right.
people. So I'm very
Well,
thankful to have met you, honestly. And I
you
can't
are
wait
so
to meet
welcome.
you in person.
Yes, I can't wait to meet you guys either. And so we are going to, guys, if there's any questions on social media, you guys could ask the questions. And of course, I know that you guys are always feasting, on these posts well after we're gone. And because in the middle of the week, even from last week, we still have people asking questions and we're still typing in those answers and there and we put those social media links in so that they could press those links and find you and get connected and all that good stuff. We gotta come do something live in HotWorx and really get our audience going, because it's just something about them seeing it in person, and so I'm just glad that what I do in my practice, I'm now doing it on social media, and the response has been overwhelming. It has been amazing. And so we just want to thank you for joining us. And guys, tune in with us for next Monday at 7 o'clock. And we're going to have Mia on. She'll be our next guest. Thank you, Patrice Rush, for signing in, and Ben Jones and Jessica Clark and all of you amazing guys, and Carrie and Layla. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. And if you guys have any questions for Josalyn, you can ask at this time. And I pray that if there's any women out there that is starting your business, or you want to, don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your dream. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. Don't tell your dream to dream killers. And we're going to talk about that on this show. Listen, guys, we talk about everything. We talk about and we ask the questions that you had in your mind, but you just didn't want to say anything. We ask it on Let's Talk Her Wellness. We get into it. But I'm telling you, You cannot tell your dreams to dream killers, because they will discourage you. You know, perhaps maybe they also had a dream, and that dream did not come to fruition. And not that it can't, but sometimes when you have a dream, you got to link up to dreamers, and you got to link up to doers that's going to speak into your life, that's going to encourage you, that's going to push you, that's going to inspire you. And I'm not talking about compete with you, be jealous with you, because we don't have time for that. We got a closet over there that we put you in. But we're talking about sisters that I want to see you win. I want to be a part of that. I want to support you. You know, I want to push you. Listen, I am always, and this is what this platform is for. This is for me having, and for others to be able to promote you on this social media platform. If you have 50,000 followers, listen, I need to get me and everybody else in front of that audience. Because you don't know, somebody knows somebody, that somebody knows somebody. They always say that you're always 1 minute away from a multi-billionaire. You're just 1 minute away. And so guess what? They're on this platform. So I'm glad that we were able to interview you. We thank you. We look forward to you doing great things. God bless you in your new business. And thank you for your service in the military. We appreciate that. How many years in the military?
I did 6 years.
All right, 6 years. And listen, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And definitely appreciate that. And guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining in. And until the next time, we'll see you later.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.